Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I want to show you how I make my stencils. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to click like and subscribe because I will be posting more tips and tricks and tutorials every week. So let's get started. Now first of all, I got my reference pictures here. I always take a few from different angles, different patterns, see what I like the most and what kind of effect I want. This is a burbot because I think burbot have an awesome looking pattern. They look very cool and it's beautiful, and I never painted one before, so that's why I'm going to make a stencil for myself. I will be making a stencil for this lure, which I foiled once in another video. Now I want to give it a burbot pattern. It would be really cool on this one, I think. So let's get started. Now, first of all, you can do two things. Either you draw a line around your lure and you make a stencil specific to this lure only. So this time I'm not gonna draw any lines around my lure because I don't want this stencil to be lure specific. Okay, right now I'm gonna draw two, they're not even straight, but just two lines that that's how big I want my stencil to be. This is just to give myself an idea how big the stencil needs to be, and then I also get a feeling like where to start drawing my stencil and where to stop, because if it would be just a white sheet, for me, I don't really know where I would be starting to draw actually. So now it gives me a sense of a start and an end of my stencil. And now basically it's just drawing the pattern out. Then this is a big trial and error thing because I'm not a great drawer myself. Okay guys, the reason why I colored the pattern itself gray is to help my mind see the positive and the negative, and also when I'm going to cut out the lines, then this really helps me to see what lines I need to cut out and what needs to stay on the stencil. So once you're happy with your pattern, then we're going to the next step. So I have my stencil sheet from Lure Blanks here, and I just place it on there. Make sure it's all laying where I want it to be. So we got that in place. Just take some masking tape. You can also use regular tape if you want to. And I tape it on there. This is just for when we are cutting out our stencil. This doesn't move and stays on exactly the same place at all times. And now we're gonna start cutting. Now I used to do this with a cutter knife. I only was able to do straight lines with this. Sometimes it went well with round lines, but not always. Sometimes I just like shoot and made a whole straight line in my stencil, and then I was like screwed. So I thought it was my technique and not the knife, because I've seen people doing really cool stuff with just a cutter knife, so I thought it was me. But when we started selling these on Lure Blanks, I bought myself one of these, and I have to say it makes a huge difference. I didn't know it would be that big of a difference, but these X-Acto knives are really worth buying. They are just really perfect for doing the kind details, the fine cutting. You can do round shapes with these much easier. It's a huge difference, really. At first I wouldn't think it would be that big of a difference, but when I tried it, it actually really makes a huge difference. Alright guys, I took myself a regular cutting board because it makes it easier to cut out everything. And I'm gonna cut out the very last piece now. It's this big one right here. Now I'm gonna show you what is really important to get these nice smooth curves in a controlled way. and this by drawing towards it. For me at least, it works the best if I draw to myself and I use the blade. I turn with my fingers. I turn the blade to make a nice and smooth curve, and I try to not lift up the blade. So I try to do it the whole way towards the end here in one draw. So guys, nice smooth, nice curves, just how I want it. Put this back. Now it's all done. Took me a while, but it's gonna be worth it, because you can use this over and over, and the sheet itself is also solvent resistant, so you can clean it, get all the paint off, so you can have it transparent at all times if you want to, which makes it a really great product. Oh yeah, that is gonna be a nice burbot pattern. Alright, so we got our stencil cut out. Now I just take my scissors, there we go. As you can see, this sheet, you can make a lot of stencil out just one sheet. I can make a second one, I can make a third one, I can also do lots of gill plates and little fins. You can do so much with one of these sheets, and they are reusable, so that makes them really great. And they are quite flexible, which is super, but still they are really strong when you feel it. It's not super thick, but you can feel it's gonna hold up for a long time. Also, a great tip is I kept some of the bigger pieces that I cut out, and it's just to use as a negative. So if I wanna use some shading, I just take a little bit of masking tape and put it on there, and I can trace the lines. I can do different stuff with this. So I always keep this in my little stencil scrap box, and it might come in handy someday. So guys, as you can see, very simple stencil, easy to make, and you get a beautiful result as well. It's multifunctional, can use it on any kind of bait because I made it quite broad. So yeah, this will last for a very long time and for many lures to come, and I really like the result. It's really cool, really nice burbot pattern. I will leave a link in the description below with all the tools you need. I will be posting a video soon showing how I use the stencil and the results, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you learned something, and see you next time. Bye bye.